So that shiny new game just came out, Elden Ring NIGHTREIGN, and you want to know if it's worth your time, right? Well, let's take a look at the game for some first impressions. Keep in mind, this is not a full review, this is a quick look at the game. Everything I'll be talking about happened within 5 hours of starting the game, so I'll show some footage of the game while describing it and giving a few thoughts on it. This is a multiplayer game first and foremost, and you can play it single player, but I wouldn't recommend it unless you're either extremely good at this game or sadistic. The game begins with a small tutorial, but I'll just skip right over that. You start off in the round table hold, but it's more run down looking now, and you can even walk outside the building. There's not anything out there though, just trees and a beach. In the building is several hallways, rooms, and some items to interact with. The most important one is the relic rights menu. After each game you'll earn relics, and these relics can be equipped here in the menu. There are 6 different characters that you can play as in the game, and each character has their own relics that can be equipped. Each character can only have 3 relics each, so for example, one character would have 2 red relic slots and 1 blue relic slot, or a different character could have 2 blue slots and 1 green slot. It's different for each one. The relics are permanent buffs like +1 strength and holy attack power up +2, for example. Each character is different and has different starting weapons. One uses a bow, one uses a greatsword, and so on. That's just your starting weapons though. You can equip any weapons that you find in game with any character. Each character also has their own unique skills. I know that the Guardian character has this tornado skill that I saw a lot. I played the whole time in multiplayer fighting the first target. I think there's 7 or 8 targets to beat in total. Seeing as how I still haven't beat the first target, I'm either real mediocre or the game is hard. Probably both. I'm definitely not the best at Souls-like games though. I played the game with 3 completely random people each time, and their skill levels varied drastically. There is also a sparring area in the round table, and you can use various weapons and characters to try them out. While playing the game, I used 3 different characters total, and haven't tried the other 3 in-game yet. So the game works like this. You start off flying in the air and dropping down, kind of like in a battle royale game, and then you just begin fighting enemies. You start fighting new weapons and spending runes that you get at sites of grace to upgrade your character. Once you upgrade yourself, you'll get more health, stamina, and focus points. So upgrading is pretty vital. Then as you play, the blue circle that's all around the map will start shrinking down. You'll need to stay within that circle because if you're out of it for too long, you'll die. The circle will eventually shrink to a very small one, and that's where you face the end enemies and the end boss for day 1. If you beat them, day 2 will begin and the circle will expand again, and the same thing happens again. You fight enemies that you find, you get better upgrades and weapons, and then you fight in the small circle at the end again. If you beat day 2, then day 3 is the final target. That's as far as I got to day 3. I died to the first target, that 3-headed beast. I kept replaying the same target over and over and kept dying either in the day 1 boss or day 2 boss. I never did get back to day 3. Some people I played with seemed even worse than me at the game, some seemed way more skilled, and I had a couple people leave mid-game too, so it really varies. The time I made it to day 3, my team was really good compared to the other teams I had. If you go down, you can be revived by a teammate attacking your downed character. If you bleed out, you respawn at the last site of grace that you visited, but you'll also lose a level, and you'll also drop all the runes that you had, but you can go back to the place that you died to get your runes. If you die before getting them though, then the runes that you had are gone for good. If you die within the final circle though, of either day 1, 2, or 3, you won't bleed out. You'll either just be permanently down until all of your teammates die, or they revive you. Graphically, the game isn't anything impressive. It's about as good as the original Elden Ring, which is fine. The performance was also good for me, but the thing is with that, this game is locked to 60 FPS, and the cutscenes are 30 FPS. I do not play games at 60 FPS, I just don't really like it, but with Elden Ring, you just have to deal with it. There was also no VSync option in the settings, so I had to quit the game, pull up the NVIDIA control panel, and enable VSync for this game. That's because I play on a 240Hz monitor, and it was screen tearing playing at 60 FPS, so VSync fixed that for me. I'll probably look up a mod to unlock the FPS, but I just hope that doesn't ban me. Other than the FPS, I had 0 issues playing the game. It ran fine, I didn't have any glitches or anything. The enemies in the game vary. There's some random bigger bosses that you can find and fight, and a myriad of mid to low level enemies too. A lot of the enemies are the same enemies that you can find in the original Elden Ring game, but there's some new ones too. If you like Elden Ring or Souls-like games in general, you'll probably like this game too. I know it's a somewhat weird multiplayer version of Elden Ring, but it's still enjoyable to play, though that's my personal opinion. Whether or not this is your type of game, I'll see you on the next one.